Patriots fans, things are on the up in New England and only getting better. What the heck? Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron on the daily Patriots content. Don't miss out. Please don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out as well. Hit the like button and comment below. So ladies and gentlemen, we're jumping right into it. Your boy Stefon Diggs coming to New England from Houston, free agent, big pickup for the Patriots. And I'm going to make a bold claim off the top of this episode. I truly believe the biggest pickup for the Patriots, and I know he's an underdog, and I know there's some people doubting him, and I know there's some people that say, I don't want his drama, I don't want his attitude, I don't want all A, B, C, and D. But I'm going to tell you right now, in my heart of hearts, the more I read on Stefon Diggs, the more I think he is going to have the biggest impact on this team. Reason why? He is trying to come in and prove himself. Listen, He went to the Texans, tore his ACL, went downhill from there. He played for, obviously, Minnesota Vikings, went to the Bills, and he's jumped around. And he's had a tag on him that has been drama-filled, potential, but now washed up, all these different things. And he came out today and basically said, listen, I knew it wasn't going to beat me, so this injury. He said, I wasn't worrying about being the same player I was before. I am focused on being better than I was before. Man, that's the kind of mentality you want in a player that says, listen, I was hurt. I'm coming back. We've seen the video of him in his rehab, his PT, all these different things. And his goal is to be ready week 1 against the Las Vegas Raiders. And I think that is a huge possibility, not only with his mindset, but as well, obviously, with his rehab and how everything is going. But again, back to my point earlier, of all these free agent pickups, you're probably sitting here saying, Aaron, you are an idiot. That's fine. I don't care. Call me whatever you want. But I know there's Milton Williams. I know there's Spillane. I know that there is, you can say Carlton Davis if he can stay healthy the whole year. I know there's Harold Landry III. I know there's all these different pieces that are great pieces. You could even say, listen, I think Morgan Moses, you could argue that. You could argue so many different things. But again, Stefon Diggs is going to come in here and he's going to, he especially in that wide receiver room. We know last year, wide receiver room, rough, frustrating, confused half the time. What in the world's going on? Potential, but not yet blossoming. Stefon Diggs is going to help that wide receiver room blossom. I guarantee it. He will have the biggest impact of all these free agents that have come onto this team. Mark my word. I know that's a bold claim. You're like, Aaron, you go from guaranteeing the Patriots to drafting a kicker to now saying something like this. That's woo, mid-sentence. Here comes another one. Excuse me. But Aaron, you're going from projecting the Patriots to take a kicker, which in a way is kind of obvious, but you never know. They could have picked one up in undrafted free agency. Regardless, yes, I'm making that jump. I go from a little claim and then this huge astronomical claim. So again, what do you guys think? Again, I see the things that Stefon Diggs is saying, and I love it. I love the mentality. I think, as I said also at the very top of the episode, the culture and the feeling around this organization is only getting better. Case in point from Stefon Diggs. And before we move on, I'll say this. Stefon Diggs, who do you think, what free agent will have the biggest impact? Stefon Diggs or someone else? Let me know. Comment below. Would love to hear from you. Now, case in point, culture's moving. Christian Gonzalez, Gonzo, he comes in, has a great OTA, gets a couple interceptions, all that fun, all that fun stuff. And so he says the same thing. Listen, culture's up, loves Mike Vrabel's energy, and the culture is changing. We jump from that to our boy Pop Douglas, the same thing, talking about it's different here. The culture is different here with Mike Vrabel. Listen, every people are seeing this. The media is seeing this. Last year, this was not talked about. We have talked about this time and time again. This was not talked about. What is being talked about now around this organization is there's a lot of promise. There's a lot of things moving forward. And guess what? To build a solid foundation, you have to have good culture. You have to have good people around you. You have to have good pillars holding it up, and they have that in New England. Again, back to the point why Mike Vrabel was one of the best, smartest hires the Patriots will make. I guarantee it. Wow, Aaron, calm down. Calm down. Bring it back a little bit. But what I'm trying to say is the difference between bringing a coach in with that experience and has shown it before through coaching, the Tennessee Titans, coaching before, as a coordinator, coaching before as a positional coach, in his performance has been consistent in the sense of, listen, I'm going to bring the best out of you, and we're going to bring this culture up in this organization. Again, things are changing in Foxborough. Stephon Diggs, watch out. These other guys, everyone else, the media, they're seeing it. Things are going to happen in New England. I love it. What do you got to say about it? Comment below. Last but not least, just want to jump into this real quick. Article coming out basically saying, listen, the one major problem is the Patriots, I'll sum it up for you, they haven't figured out the guard position. So essentially the left guard position, which I would tell you is Cole Strange. I know a lot of people have, when they hear Cole Strange, they're just kind of like, okay, we could get rid of him anytime we want. That was a frustrating pick, all these different things. Now, you take that and say, okay, this isn't the one problem that hasn't been figured out. I would disagree. Now, you guys can counter with that, and that's counter with something after I say this. But again, remember last year, the amount of different people that were switched out at guard. You had, again, City So, you had Layden Robinson, you had, Ben Brown, Michael Jordan, all these different people literally just throwing them around trying to figure things out. And again, a lot of those guys, let's be honest, were practice squad guys. Those guys, or like literally greenhorn rookies that have no experience. So again, the Patriots are in a much better position in this one major problem at left guard. It is likely that if Cole Strange can stay healthy, it's a possibility he can do well, or at least suffice and do much better than last year. If not, Wes Schweitzer's there, as well as you have Layden Robinson, City So, and don't even rule out Jared Wilson at guard. Again, a lot of times you see these guards who are versatile, interior linemen who can play not only guard, or not only center, but also guard, or vice versa. It makes them look a lot more valuable when being picked up, when being drafted, whenever. So again, I'm not saying this problem is 100% fixed, but I don't think it's like we should be saying like, what the heck's going on? They're not fixing this problem. They're not figuring it out. Again, the Schweitzer is there because if Cole Strange messes up, hey, we got a guy back here who has started at guard in the NFL and knows what the heck is up. Okay, so Strange, if you can't do your job, guess who's behind you who's going to take your job? And tell you what, and then we also got another guy, Jared Wilson, who has the potential to come in and has a ton of promise. So you better watch out. So again, what do you guys think? Comment below. I don't think it's an issue like people say it is. I could be wrong. Sorry, allergies are getting me. I could be wrong. But as I see it, I don't think it's screaming to the mountaintops, we have an issue. Mayday, we're going down, blah, blah, blah. We haven't addressed this. It's been addressed. Cole Strange, Schweitzer, right there. Hey, I'm putting pressure on you. If you don't do your job, I'm taking your job. Okay, Schweitzer, ultimate fix down the road? No, definitely not. Again, Jared Wilson in the shadows, waiting, ton of potential. So comment below, tell me what you guys think, but the culture is changing in New England. I'm not going to get sick of saying that because, again, you watched last year, anyone who watched that, and then you already see the transition to where we are now with this new regime. Much better. Much, much better. So comment below, tell me what you think. I appreciate you guys. If you have not already, again, just hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit the like button because, again, that helps me out tremendously. Have a great day. We'll talk later. Peace.